Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Sonja. Today I'm showing you how to make easy homemade Greek yogurt in the Instant Pot with just two simple ingredients. This recipe is super affordable, full of live cultures, and honestly tastes so much better than anything you'll find at the store. Plus, it's made with fresh farm milk, creamy, thick, and absolutely delicious. If you love easy from scratch recipes, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any homemade goodness. All right, let's get started. You're going to love how easy this is. First things first, you'll need 6 liters of milk. I'm using a non-homogenized pasteurized milk from a local farm. It's super fresh and works beautifully for yogurt, but you can use any milk you want. You're going to also need some yogurt with live bacterial cultures in it. Go ahead and pour all your milk into the Instant Pot. Now press the yogurt button, then adjust. This will switch it to a boil setting. I'm using a glass lid that fits my Instant Pot perfectly, but you can also use the regular lid, just don't seal it. Let it heat up until milk reaches about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just before a full boil. This usually takes about 30 minutes, but sometimes a little longer. I recommend using a kitchen thermometer to check the temperature. It's the best way to be sure. At this time, it's a good idea to remove this skin that had formed on top of the milk. You can save this and put a little salt on it, and it's a great spread for your toast. Once the milk hits 180 degrees, it's time to cool it back down to around 110 degrees Fahrenheit. This is important because if the milk is too hot, it will kill the live bacterial cultures we need for the yogurt to ferment. Cooling can take a few hours at room temperature, but you can speed things up by placing the Instant Pot insert over some ice. Sometimes I'll even fill a Ziploc bag with ice and set the insert right on top. It works great. Now that the milk is cooled to 110, it's time to add the starter yogurt. For 6 liters of milk, you need about half a cup of yogurt that contains live active cultures. I'm using a yogurt I made previously, but if you're just getting started, something like Liberté Greek yogurt works really well. Just double check that it says live cultures on the label, and it has to be a plain yogurt. Scoop out about half a cup of yogurt and mix it with a few tablespoons of cooled milk in a small bowl to thin it out. Then gently stir this mixture back into the big pot of milk. If you haven't done so yet, place the insert back into the Instant Pot. Put the lid on, no need to seal it. Press the yogurt button again and set the time for anywhere between 8 to 12 hours. I personally love to let mine ferment for around 12 hours because it gives you a thicker Greek yogurt. After the time is up, simply turn the Instant Pot off and let the yogurt cool for about 30 minutes. At this point, your homemade yogurt is ready to eat. If you like regular yogurt, you can pop it right into the fridge and enjoy after it chills for a couple of hours. But since we're making thick, creamy Greek yogurt, after I let it cool down completely, I'll move on to the next step. I set up a fine mesh strainer over a large bowl and lined it with cheesecloth. Since I'm working with a big batch, 6 liters, I'm using 2 strainers. I gently scoop or pour the yogurt into the cheesecloth lined strainers. I'll cover it loosely and let it strain. You can strain it in the fridge for at least 4 hours or overnight if you love extra thick like we do. After straining, I ended up with 500 milliliters bottles and one 700 milliliter bottle of beautiful, creamy, homemade Greek yogurt. It's rich, thick, and so much cheaper than buying it at the store, not to mention way more delicious. And that's it, fresh homemade Greek yogurt made right into your Instant Pot. So simple, so satisfying, and absolutely packed with live probiotics. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear if you try making this at home. The full printable recipe with all the exact steps and tips can be found on my blog. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Cooking with Sonja, and I'll see you next time with another delicious homemade recipe.